and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jayla, and today I'm coming to you guys with a first video of hopefully many of my back to school series on YouTube. Why is this? I never plan my intros out and then I mess them up. So I'm going to be reading them off of my iPhone 5C. I record on my phone. For those who don't know, I have the iPhone 6S right now, and so since I'm recording on that, I can't really read anything off of it, so my tips are on here. I hope you guys haven't heard any of these before, so we're just gonna get that started right. So the first one is take pictures of your work and don't delete. Okay. So the first one is take pictures of your work as soon as you get it done, and then make sure that you don't delete that photo until you actually turn in the paper and get a grade back for it. Because a lot of the times I have done a whole paper and then accidentally misplaced it and then had to redo the whole paper all over again. This way, if you took a picture, you already have the answers there. You don't have to ask anyone else for it. You can just copy down the answers on the new paper and turn it in that way. That is why I said that. Second thing is take a picture of the book that you're reading. So like if you read books for fun, which I know not a lot of people do, I do. I don't know. Anyways, when you're on the go and you forget to bring your book with you, or if you just get really bored, make sure that after you're done reading, you go through and take a few pictures of like a couple pages, so that way you can just read it off of your phone and you don't have to download Audible or pay anything like that. If you have the book physically, just take a few pictures of a few pages that you haven't read yet, and you can read it when you're on the go. Third one is always keep something for your breath. Please. Please. Because you can use this to like make friends, or or maybe you don't use this and you lose friends because your breath stank. There are a lot of times at lunch when I was like, man, I really want to eat this, but I can't eat it because I know my breath's gonna stink, and then I'm losing out on food, which isn't cool. Bring something for your breath, whether it's like breath strips, breath mints, gum, whatever you want to do, or like even some mouthwash. That's probably what I'm doing this year. That way I don't have to share with anyone, and that way like I can eat what I want to. Get a planner. And I know a lot of you are like, planners aren't really my thing. That's fine. If you don't want to get a planner, just get a piece of paper and write down the homework assignments that you have. Because honestly, the worst is forgetting what you have to do and not being able to do it, or forgetting to bring it home because you didn't write it down somewhere. Lend that person your pencil. Look, what you give out, you get in. If that person asks you for a pencil or a piece of paper, you better give them that pencil or a piece of paper, because when you try to cheat on the test and you go, which I've never done, I don't recommend it, but if you do, and you're like, hey, what's the answer to number 4? And they're like, man, I ain't giving you the answer to nothing because you didn't give them the pencil. So look, if you give them a pencil, next time it's common sense. It's more likely that they're going to help you out if you've already helped them out already, because they're gonna be like, oh, she's nice, I'll help her out with number 4. Okay. Use plastic containers. Look, this is good. I'm gonna save your life right now. So you know when you brought like a good bag of chips, or when you bought a good candy or something like that, and you're like, man, I'm so excited to eat this, and then you get into the classroom and she says no eating. Like, what? You can't open the bag. You can't open the bag. When you know those plastic containers that your mom used to pack your lunch in, or somebody used to pack your lunch in, all you do is when you want to bring some candy, or when you want to bring some chips or something that has a bag on it, you pour it into the plastic container. The plastic containers don't make any noise. They last longer. They don't rip or anything like that. You can wash them and reuse them, so it's saving you money, and that way you can sneak food easier. It's so easier. I promise. It's so easy. When you have break time between studying or doing homework, make sure that you're not doing anything too addictive. I know it sounds like crazy, but honestly, when I'm doing homework and I stop to take a break and I watch my favorite TV show, I binge watch that TV show and I never get back to homework. When you're taking breaks in between study time, which is really important, you want to make sure that you're doing something that's entertaining, gives you fun while you're having a break, gives your brain a rest, but it's not too like addicting, like you want to keep doing it and you'll totally like avoid your homework just to do that one thing. Next, talk to your seat partner. As soon as you walk in the door, make sure that wherever you sit, assigned seats or not, wherever you sit, you avoid friends. Trust me. If you're trying to get good grades, you do not want to sit by your friends. Do not do it. Second thing, I don't care how much control you think you have. You don't have that much, I promise. You don't. Third thing. Wherever you sit, talk to your seat partner. As soon as you walk in the door, be like, hey, I'm Todd. What's your name? I like your shirt. I like your shoes. Hi, what's going on? Like, talk to them because they are going to save you. You guys are going to work together all year. And a lot of the times, the seats that you get sit in are permanent. So if you walk in and you're ignoring the person next to you, they're going to probably ignore you in return. And then now you're ignoring each other when you could really be helping each other on question number 4. Boom, mic drop. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys like a couple places to hide your locker combination. So the first one is in your phone case. So if you just get like a little piece of paper and then you tape it onto the back of your phone even, and then you just put your case over the top, no one will see it, and that way it's always on you. Another one is if you write it on a small piece of paper and then you tape it onto the back of your school ID. That one is a lifesaver. And the last one is on the inside of your backpack. You know how people used to write their names on the inside of their lunch boxes? Probably gonna be me this year because I'm not eating that cafeteria food anymore. But anyways, you can write your combination on the inside of your backpack somewhere and no one will ever think to look there. Another thing is that if you're ever just writing it on like your notebook or something, write a whole bunch of other numbers and letters and just make sure that you know where your locker combination is, and it's not too obvious, but it's obvious to you, because that way when people see it, they'll just think it's a whole bunch of numbers. Know what kind of learner you are. There are 4 types of learners. There's a visual learner who has to see it being done, a kinesthetic learner, and that's someone who actually has to do it themselves, a learner who has to read about it. There's also a learner who, like an audible learner, which means that they just have to hear it. Like, for example, you just tell them what to do. Make sure that you know which way is best for you to learn, because that way when a teacher's teaching something and maybe you can just ask, be like, hey, you're telling us how to do it, but could you show us? I understand better that way. And that way you're getting the best learning that you can. Use your locker. Oh wait, crap, use your locker. I know a lot of people don't use their lockers because maybe they don't have time or they just don't feel the need to. But look, last year, 2 years ago, I always took home every single class subject, and it's so unnecessary. It's gonna hurt your back. You're gonna end up leaving some things at home, and it's like, why did you even bring it home in the first place? You didn't need it. So use your locker, put away things that you don't need that night, and only bring home subjects that have homework, or maybe even have a designated homework folder, so that way you don't have to bring home everything. But just use your locker. It's there for a reason. It's figure how to contact your teachers outside of school. Because there have been so many times when I was like, crap, I left my homework, I don't know how to do this, or crap, I didn't go to school today, I was absent, and now I'm completely lost, none of my friends know what they're doing. I was like, oh wait, I have my teacher's email address. Oh snap. I texted my teacher once, I was like, hey, I totally forgot to bring my math book. What do you want me to do? Like, is there a link you can email me? And he has the whole textbook online, and so he sent me that, and I did it online, and he was like, wow, you're very responsible, and then it shows them how responsible you are, and that way you get your homework done. Now you don't have to do it tomorrow. Oh, last one. This is very important. Very, very important, and I want you to listen closely. Do not make your friends and social life more important than school. Now listen, before you get upset. I'm not saying a social life and friends aren't important. I'm just saying, do not make that more important than school. In the end, are your friends gonna get you that diploma? No. Are your friends gonna get you a job? Probably not. Are your friends going to make sure that you get to college and pay for it? and give you scholarships? No. They can't even get ones themselves. Your friends should not be the center of your universe. There's like so many different things that are school related that you can be around your friends with too. So you don't have to give up school things to be with your friends, and if you end up doing that, you're gonna regret it because it's not helping you go anywhere in life. Make the true friends important. That's important. But making sure that your grades don't slip because of that is even more important. I'm done. I just got deep on you. How y'all like that? Anyways, that is all for my video. I'm going to do more. I want to hear your guys' opinions down below, whether it's freshman advice, girl tips back to school, life hacks, or anything like that. Anything you guys want relating to back to school, what's in my backpack, school supply haul, or anything like that, let me know down below. But like, subscribe, and watch any of my other videos. I will see you guys next time. Bye!